So what's up guys, I'm BlackOpsAmazing, welcome back to another video. Today we're going to be talking about future content for Black Ops Cold War Zombies, specifically focusing on Zombies Chronicles 2 because lately there's been a ton of videos, a ton of information going around, so I want to go over it myself, give you guys my thoughts and let you know what's going on, and also talk about, like I said, future content being the next round-based zombies map and Outbreak DLC as well. So as always, if you do go on to enjoy today's video, don't forget to drop a like rating, make sure you are subscribed to stay up to date with the latest videos on the channel, but let's get into this, here we go, and enjoy. So I'm sure if you stay up to date with what's going on in the zombies community, you may have seen on Twitter, YouTube, I was going to say Facebook, do people use that? I don't know, but you might have seen a resurgence of people talking about Zombies Chronicles 2. Now, this is a thing that's been spoken about since Black Ops 4. I've done plenty of videos on it in the past. We seem to get new people talking about it every other month for various different reasons. Leaks, it's also one of the main things that people want. The first and original Zombies Chronicles for Black Ops 3 was one of, if not the most successful DLC Call of Duty have ever released. The whole point of Zombies Chronicles was to remaster old maps from World at War, BO1 and BO2 and bring them back for Black Ops 3. But one thing about that DLC map pack is it didn't contain all of the zombies maps. A lot of people were disappointed it didn't include remakes such as Mob of the Dead, Call of the Dead, Nuketown, and then all of the Victus maps like Tranzit, Rise and Buried. None of those were included in the original Zombies Chronicles, and because of that, me included, we've always said we'd love to see another Zombies Chronicles. The first one was amazing, it made Black Ops 3 so much better. That's part of the reason why that to me is the best zombies game we've ever had, besides from most of the base maps being amazing. The only one I wasn't really too keen on in that game was Zetsubou, but all of the rest, the Giant, Shadows, Horizon, Gorod, Revelations was good as well. Combining those base maps along with Zombies Chronicles made Black Ops 3 the superior zombies game. And then a few years later, Black Ops 4 released. As I'm sure you know if you played it or if you were just around during that time, it had a mixed reception. Some people liked it, some people didn't, some people were in the middle. But nearing to the end of that game's life cycle, I would actually say about the time that the Chaos maps finished, we started getting leaks and rumours that Zombies Chronicles 2 was going to be releasing for BO4. It would include the Victus maps, so Transit, Rise and Buried. Some people were also saying it would include Mob of the Dead, which for me wouldn't make too much sense since we had Blood of the Dead in BO4. That's pretty much Mob of the Dead remastered with a few changes, although not as good as the original to me. And again, a Nuketown remake on BO4 wouldn't have made sense since we had Alpha Omega, and neither would a Call of the Dead remake because we had Tag der Toten, meaning the only maps that we'd be getting were the Victus maps, Transit, Rise and Buried. There was a ton of people back in, 2019, saying that Zombies Chronicles 2 was definitely coming at the end of Black Ops 4's life cycle. For example, I made a video a couple of years ago on this, showing you guys this tweet from Old Saint Eric, where he said, "Really love watching YouTubers try and discuss the DLC 5 stuff and pretend to be confused when anyone who went to Ancient Evil was told point blank by Treyarch themselves it exists." OGX Rays then replied to this saying #EricBomb. Eric then said back, "Wait, didn't this already get said publicly before?" X-Ray said, "No, I think it's been said before, I'm just acting like it's a huge reveal." And then Eric said back, "Okay, good, I was really nervous that someone was going to be yelling at me in the Woo Lads Discord when I got off work." Now personally, I didn't go to Treyarch for the Ancient Evil reveal, so I can't confirm this, but apparently, according to these guys, everyone who went to Treyarch back in 2019 for the reveal of the Ancient Evil map, they were told point blank by Treyarch that Zombies Chronicles 2 is a thing and it's coming to the game. Now, like I said, I can't confirm this. I don't know 100% if they're just messing about in these tweets or if they're actually being serious. Also, I would question, would Treyarch really tell them about Zombies Chronicles 2? We know they're very cryptic, but Ancient Evil wasn't too far off when Zombies Chronicles 2 was supposed to release, so for all I know, maybe they did. But apparently everyone who went to that reveal knows it was supposed to be a thing. But then, that time comes around, the BO4 lifecycle finishes, and Zombies Chronicles 2 is nowhere to be seen. There was supposed to be a couple of things happening with that game, one of those being we were supposed to get a Season 2, another year of content to continue on to the next game. That never happened either, and I believe the main reason for all of this is because BO4 just wasn't as successful as Activision or Treyarch wanted. The sales they got, the views, the numbers, they probably realised that releasing Zombies Chronicles 2 on that game wouldn't make them the maximum profit. It was supposedly already finished, ready to release, but they just cancelled it at the last minute. And ever since then, it's been put on hold. We've been waiting for it to release in Cold War. If it was finished during BO2, surely there's absolutely no way Treyarch or Activision are just going to let it go to waste. I believe we will see it later on down the line, and some leaks I'm going to show you in just a second, but when, I don't know. Treyarch themselves have said this is one of the most successful zombies experiences they've had, so if I'm to believe that, surely it would make sense for them to release Zombies Chronicles 2 on this game. Maybe they'd have to make some changes since they were finished such a long time ago. But anyway, so let me just bring you up to date as to why everyone's talking about this now. I believe this is mainly down to a tweet from someone called Call of Duty Hope, and he wasn't the only one to say this. Even before Cold War released and through its life cycle so far, there have been multiple people saying that there is a big chance that Zombies Chronicles 2 releases on Cold War and it's already been ported to the game. Anyway, someone asked Call of Duty Hope, who was a very credible leaker, they said, Zombies Chronicles, ? And he replied saying, Zombies Chronicles 2 you mean? It was ported to Cold War, but no idea if it will ever come. Just confirming what we all know, it has been ported to the game, which makes sense. I think it's a relatively simple thing to do. I fully believe those 3 maps, Transit, Dire and Buried, are there, but when will they be coming? Besides from leaks in-game, is there actually any proof that they exist? Because if we go to Black Ops 4, in Blackout for example, we could find different locations from our zombies maps. We had the diner, that was from Transit, there was pretty much the whole of the buried map underground, there was the building from Verrucht, and then we had that multiplayer map, I forgot what it was called, but it included multiple assets from zombies. But is there anything in Cold War? Well, in the latest update for Season 3 Reloaded, in Outbreak, we have a new feature which is fishing, and when you do this activity, there is a zombie laying on the ground with a radio next to him that plays the music from Buried. Now this could be nothing, this could just be Treyarch reusing music, this could be them wanting to give us a nice little reference, say Easter egg back to Buried, or could this be a teaser that Buried could potentially be coming later on down the line. Treyarch are always sneaky with their teasers and Easter eggs, so the music from Buried being in Cold War could mean something, it could not. Someone else over on Twitter also asked him any news on zombies round base maps, and Call of Duty Hope replied, Berlin, that's about it. Maybe some foreshadowed story beats, save for Season 4 Reloaded. We already know from official in-game intel that the next zombies map is Berlin. He also said in another tweet that Zoo is the next leaked Outbreak map that is coming. We've been told by Treyarch that we will be getting more Outbreak maps, and it makes sense because we're yet to have a Part 2 Easter egg for Outbreak. That's coming at the beginning of Season 4, and to go along with that new Easter egg, we're going to need a new Outbreak map, which will be Zoo. So we should be seeing that at the beginning of Season 4 as well. That just leaves us with the big question then, when will Zombies Chronicles 2 be releasing? My guess is, and it only makes sense, is after all of the normal zombies content is over, so once Season 6 comes, which should include our final round-based zombies map, which we aren't really too sure on yet, when the normal life cycle of Cold War is over, that to me would be the best time to release it. It could just as easily not come. I'm not saying 100% that it will be, it just makes the most sense. And quickly speaking of this, there was a really interesting tweet that I saw over on Twitter. This was by Russian, where he reminded me of something I saw a long time ago. He said, this is why we need a Transit remaster in Cold War. Before it was cut down to run on consoles, this is what Transit was going to be like, and oh my god, the skybox is gorgeous. And this is true, I saw this years and years ago, and there's plenty of other stuff like this, but Transit was vastly cut down to fit on the older generation of consoles. Remember that it came out on BO2, which was the 360 and the PS3. They were very limited as to how much they could fit in the game back then, especially compared to now. And Transit being the big project that it was, during that time it was vastly different to any of our other zombies maps. It was massive, we had a transport system, multiple different main hubs or areas. It was cut down so much for the final version that there is loads of content for Transit that we just never got to play. And you can see one example of it here. This is what Transit was originally supposed to look like. The major difference you can see here is the skybox. The amount of effects there, I'm guessing there's a load of moving particles, meteors falling from the sky, the giant, I guess that's the moon in the background. All of this had to be cut from Transit for the final version just because there wasn't enough memory. So if we did get Transit back in Zombies Chronicles 2 for Cold War, they could do so much more. What they originally planned for Transit, they could now make possible. This is truly what it could look like in Black Ops Cold War. I've said before, it would make perfect sense for Transit to come as an Outbreak map. It fits perfectly, it's big enough, there is a transportation system already. They could improve on that though. There are plenty of ways they could make it better than the original. I think take away the fog or just lessen it, get rid of the denizens, get rid of the lava as well. Just imagine how good Transit could be. And another example of cut content on this map is this. This is an image of a game mode called Meat. Again, cut from Transit because, well, one, they ran out of time, and two, there just wasn't enough space. You can see the same skybox in the background, just slightly different colours, which is proof that the other one is legit. This makes me so excited as to what Zombies Chronicles 2 could look like on this game, especially Transit. So there we go. Will we ever see it? Maybe, maybe not. There are leakers saying that it's already in the game, so it's just up to Activision and Treyarch if or when they release it. If it does come, it's more than likely going to be at the end of Cold War, so we'll just have to wait and see. But there we go, let me know your thoughts in the comment section below. As always, hopefully you've enjoyed. If you have, you know what to do, drop a like rating. Make sure you are subscribed to stay up to date with the latest videos on the channel, and as always, I'll see you guys in the next video. Until then, goodbye.